Hello again, everyone. I've come to realize that as a man, your comfort means nothing. Absolutely nothing. I, for the past, I don't know how long, I really think the generation that you identify most with in your upbringing defines your outlook. There's all of this talk about, societal collapse, right? I really think this is a type of thought, is a type of discussion that's only been available to people who've benefited from society. I said this a while ago, that so many of us were born into a burning building. And the more time goes on, the more and more blame we keep receiving for not putting out the fire. And at this point, not even at this point, I think I've probably just been saying this from the start. Let it fucking burn. Let it burn. I used to think, the idea of crabs in a bucket, and that has to be the best analogy for the fucking human race. The absolute best. I used to just, I found it poignant. I found it entertaining, but poignant. It's something you don't have to really, you don't have to think hard about it, right? You put crabs in a bucket, one crab tries to crawl out, the other ones pull them down. The other ones pull the one who's trying to get out the bucket. And the greatest part about this idea it has nothing to do with, whatever identity you line yourself up with most. It can be it can literally be in any circumstance. Any circumstance. Crabs in a bucket will it'll show itself up, right? I'm grateful that I don't have to explain this to most of you, because you see it for what it is. And, you know, if you have crabs in a bucket, what do you do with them? I'm so thoroughly convinced. I'm so like, oh boy, I'm thoroughly convinced that the devil in any society is a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's all a fucking self-fulfilling prophecy. And all these fake, all these, like, man, I don't know. You know, you do what's right. You do what's right. And they just keep expecting more and more and more and more, right? You do what's wrong, though, you have all this leeway. And once again, it comes down to scapegoating. You can literally oh man. Wow. Wow. Like I've had debates. With people in the comments. I've even made an entire response videos to people about, you know, gender wars and what affects. And I really have to admit, I don't think our intentions were wrong. I don't think my intentions were wrong. I just didn't see how this political shift was going to, like, how badly it was coming to fuck us. You know, how do you help something that, I guess, is this, I'm really wondering, how do you help something that wants help, can't ask for it, and is still willing to force you to help it? What do you do? Oh man. I've really, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Oh man. You know, I'd want to say, if you're someone who's, you know, still studying, still pursuing, you know, your career with the intention of, like, you know, doing something good for the world, keep at it. Keep at it, because there's just, no, you know, I'm totally convinced that there's a level of societal, just, you know, societal gaslighting, societal hysteria, call it whatever the fuck you want. Like, it is really, wow. It really just, it's, you know, you get yours, and that's it. You just get yours, right? You just get yours. And, you know, we're just supposed to sit around and pretend that, you know, and this is why there's you know, there's era defining films. There's really era defining films, and that's probably one of the most tragic things about, you know, this these newer generations, you know. They'll just never, ever, they'll never truly appreciate it. They'll never truly appreciate it because it's just, I don't know. Wow. You know, everything, you know, what you're seeing is just, it is cannibalism. It is, right? What you're seeing is cannibalism. I can't make it any more simpler than that. What you're seeing is cannibalism. And, you know, what is it? It's just, you know, validation, gratification. it's it's this cult of self-worship that has existed for so long. And nothing can stop it. Nothing. Nothing can stop it. You know, I'm glad I'm I'm glad to see that so much of it is falling to the fucking ground. And it really has me wondering, like, you know, every single generation has their problems. Every single one of them has. Every single one of them has their problems, right? But who the fuck does it fall on to fix those fucking problems? Every time, right? Every fucking time. Who does it fall on? Like, I'm just so... I don't know. Like, you know, men should do this, men should do that, blah, blah. Like, and this was something I don't think I was able to articulate very well before. You know, whether or not you believe in evolution, sexual dimorphism has been an incredibly impactful force in our world. Incredibly. And, you know, you might think, now, here's what I was trying to say, okay? Here's what I was trying to say. Okay, repeat after me, okay? I am not sick. The environment is sick, okay? Repeat after me. There's always, like, you know, this isn't even like, I'm trying to find a good example to explain just how badly fucked we are. Like historians will talk about how the Bronze Age just, there was a point in history where civilization just poofed out of existence, just fucking collapsed. Like we don't know what the fuck went on. All this shit about fucking T-Rexes and fucking flying dragons and shit, but you don't know, right? Millions and millions of years ago. That's a whole nother, that's a whole nother topic, right? But this period in history just out of your fucking, like nothing happened. Like oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I've really, 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 I've really, I've really had enough. You know? There's always, and that's the thing. No matter what the fuck you ask for, there's always gonna be a fucking catch. There's always gonna be a catch, right? For you as a man, there is always a fucking catch. There is no such thing as a free lunch. No such thing. There's always gonna be a fucking catch. And, I really think no matter which God you're praying to at this point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, we're, and that's one of the most, this is one of the most, like, I guess, drastic observations I've made about this entire woke era. It's just constantly a pot calling the kettle black. Constantly pot calling the kettle fucking black. Right? Over and over and over and over and over and over again. Oh, and you want to know the best part about it? The fucking, the icing on the fucking shit cake? They're celebrating the fact that the Y chromosome is disappearing. Right? No more men, no more, I don't know, oppression, whatever the fucking bullshit jargon you have to say. Okay? Have you ever seen how two women behave? Like, left to their own device? Like, with men, it's very simple. You'll either fight, and literally when you fight, you'll just make up and go your own ways. You might even become better friends. You might become really good friends, right? But man, have I seen, like, there's just no point. There's just no point in fucking, I don't know. I don't know. That's the one thing. That's the funny thing, right? We're all equal, aren't we? You know, especially nowadays. You know, we're all, you know, God damn it, I sound like a fucking, I don't even know, right? We're all equal. We can, you know, men can do what women can do, women can do what men can do. All the while, sperm counts are dropping faster than they ever have. The Y chromosome is fucking disappearing. You know, genetics is it's a very odd field. It's a very odd field. And, you know, I'm not at the point to where I can say that, fuck it, you know, fuck it. Like, you know, it's all like, I can say, like, and not even just I can say, but again, you know, all the lab coats, the professionals have been saying, they've been sounding alarms constantly because that's how the society was fucking designed, right? There always has to be the next fucking scare, the next fucking scare, the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. You know, this whole globalization experiment, I actually think it's worked brilliantly. That's the funny thing. I think it's worked brilliantly. It has. It has worked brilliantly, right? So, I don't know why, again, there's still fucking complaints and complaints and complaints and complaints, right? I have no, like, honestly, there's just so many, like, disgusting, not even disgusting, but just vampiric, predatory, predatory demagogues, should I say? I'm gonna be using that word so fucking much, man. You know, I really think if some of the best scam artists who ever lived were alive right now, they'd be shitting themselves crying about, you know, it's really this easy to pull one over these fucking idiots? It's really this easy? It's really this fucking brilliant? It's really this, you know. Wow. I don't even know how else. And it's I don't think it's dejected, right? I always kind of make this joke to myself that Jesus left. He just straight up left. you know like maybe he died, maybe he wasn't, whatever the fuck, whatever you can come up with, he just up and left. He just left, like, fuck you, I'm done, I'm gone, I'm done with this. I'm done. And as how the Bible is written, it is so distilled. It is so it's so distilled. It's distilled for mass consumption in a way that, believe the hype. Do believe the hype when you hear all these televangelists talking. Okay, it's not by coincidence. But at the same time, as watered fucking down as I don't even have the words to explain how the Bible has been just it's been tailor suited to do exactly what it's supposed to do, be a fucking Bible, right? It doesn't really inform you the way you think it does. Unless you go, unless you go and really study about it yourself. It's, oh man. It's really just, it's organized religion. It's organized religion versus, non-denominational religion. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know at this point. I don't, you're looking for me to have I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. Oh, man. I don't have all the answers. And do what you can to get that peace of mind and just get the fuck out. Just get out, just leave. Like literally, I quit has there's a lot of power in it, right? Every single day there's just, there's always just one thing. There's always just, like, man. All the same, the most captivating idea, again, that I found from the Bible. And this is going to be so fucking pivotal because there's machines that can literally, and they probably already have taken over the fucking world, right? They're just waiting to demand their own rights. The idea of Jacob wrestling with God. I can't remember which chapter it was. I can't, again, story, archetype, whatever. You can just look it up, really. It's so... it's just... It's poignant, right? It's poignant. Like, you can expect... And, first of all, you only get in what you put into the system, right? There has to be a better way of saying that. You get what you give. That's the one. That's the one. You get what you give. And by all means, there's just... there's just no... There is no such thing as justice, to be honest. There is none. There is no such fucking thing as justice. There probably is retribution. There probably is restitution. But there is no such thing as justice. There's no there's no real consequences, right? You're born into evil. We're all born into evil. Oh, man. There's no point, if anything, and I think I'll try and be more coherent next time, maybe. But again, I'd love for any of you to answer. What exactly is the solution to being born in a burning building, right? What's the solution? Or rather, what is the solution to, what is the solution to being, to, hold on. You're born and raised in a burning building, right? It's your job to put the fire out. How do you solve this, right? How do you solve it? I can leave you with that much, right? Just know, whatever calendar you're following, whatever system, whatever, it's all just, it's fucked. It's literally all fucked, right? It's all fucked up. It's all immensely, it's like, there's just, oh man. This is just, you play by the rules that were set up. And the craziest thing to me is the fact that we have to debate about free will. We have to fucking debate about free will. There's a debate about the most fundamental idea of our fucking species. A never-ending fucking debate about free will. Free will. Right? You call it whatever the fuck you want. Whatever the fuck you want. There's a debate about this. And again, this was before AI, like, boy, before AI. Wow. I can say for a fact that anyone that's not in my life to actually help me to where fuck, man. Anyone that's in my life to just not help me do exactly what the fuck I want to do is of no help at all, right? All these buzzwords, and that's the funny thing. That's the funny thing, right? That's the funny thing. That's the funny thing. Everybody believes in genies to some extent, right? Everybody does, or most people do. This is just, it's just too poignant, right? It's just too poignant. Too poignant. Everything, and I'll never stop saying it, right? whatever education was supposed to be for us, it was just an excellent way. It was just teaching you how, how best to, you ever seen a roast fucking pig on a the hell is that thing called? I don't know. You see it like a pig roasting and turning on the freaking pig turning thing, right? That's what education was teaching you to do without telling you that it was teaching you that, right? Oh man. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but you know, I guess chivalry is really dead, right? Chivalry is really fucking dead. Oh man. You know, I guess just like I always say, I guess at this point it really has to be sarcastically because fuck it, you know. Just find a nice scenic view and watch it all fucking burn. Watch them all keep fucking trying. All keep fucking trying. You know? Anyways, thanks again for listening.